Next, I would like to invite Dishmi and Oshadi for a valuable presentation about science.
Good afternoon all. Today we are going to present about main biological processes in plants. There are several processes in plants. We'll see four of them today: photosynthesis, transportation, transpiration and guttation. First, we would like to talk about photosynthesis. As you know, leaf is the main organ which produces food. The factors necessary for the photosynthesis and the method of obtaining these factors are given below. They are carbon dioxide, chlorophyll, water and light energy. Food is produced is an organ called chloroplast, which can be found plant cells. Photosynthesis is the process of producing food in chlorophyll containing cells using carbon dioxide and water by absorbing light energy from the light. The products of photosynthesis are glucose and oxygen. Then we'll talk about transportation. Transportation is plants in taking the raw materials for different biological processes of plant is known as transportation. Oshadi, can you give us some examples for transportation?
Thank you, Dishmi. Transportation of atmospheric air through the stomata to the cells of the leaves. Transportation of water and minerals from soil to the leaves through root hairs. Transportation of food produced by photosynthesis from leaves to the other parts of the plants are some functions of transportation. Here are some other methods of transportation in plants: diffusion, osmosis and mass flow. Now we will talk about transpiration. Do you like to identify about transpiration clearly? We will do a small activity to identify it. You will need a potted plant, a transparent polythene bag and some rubber bands. We should cover a branch of the plant using a polythene bag. Then we can observe it after 1 hour. We will notice that there are some droplets inside the polythene bag. When some anhydrous copper sulfate crystals are put on the droplets, the crystals turn from white to blue, so that we can find that droplets are water droplets. The process of evaporation of water through the aerial parts of the plant is termed as transpiration. Dishmi, could you please tell us more details about transpiration?
Thank you, Oshadi. The speed of the transportation within the plants increases due to transpiration. In addition to this, there are some other functions of transpiration. They are: the transpiration is responsible for the continuous ascent of water and nutrients from the roots to the topmost parts of the plants. As the water is evaporated, transpiration helps the plant in cooling and maintains the water cycle by evaporating water. Severe heat, strong wind, strong light increase the rate of transpiration. Transpiration during dry conditions may affect the plant to dry. There are many adaptations of plants that live in such conditions to conserve water. Some examples are sunk stomata, fleshy leaves and leaves turned to scale leaves. Oshadi, can you please tell us about guttation?
At night, the percentage of water vapor in the atmosphere is high, and transpiration occurs very rarely. Therefore, the margins and the tips of leaves in small plants secrete water in the liquid form. They are exuded from hydatodes. The process of water being exuded in the liquid form through hydatodes of the leaves is known as guttation. Guttation occurs in two types. They are occurs from the tips of the plants and occurs from the margins of the plants. Now we'll talk about some differences between transpiration and guttation. transpiration, water released in the form of water vapor.
But in guttation, water released in the form of drops or liquid.
Transpiration occurs mainly through stomata.
But in guttation occurs through hydrothods.
Transpiration, only pure water is released.
But in guttation, waters and salts are released.
Transpiration occurs during both day and night time.
But in guttation mostly occurs during night.
We talked about many biological processes in plants today, as well as we collected a huge knowledge.
Thank you for listening to our presentation and have a nice day.